Hello, Sparrows. Good day, Sparrows. How are you today? It is Tenacious Tuesday, and I am Valerie Miller of TVM. The Valerie Miller Double Fold. This very moment, you have opportunity to change. Yes, you do, and I have a juicy change that you can partake in for this coming year. So good morning to you. Come on in. Hopefully you're having a fabulous day. That is my hope for you. Come on in. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating birthdays today. I want to say that first and foremost. Make it the most memorable day you've never had before. So celebrate, rock out this new year. Do something amazing. Oppose a challenge for yourself. Like I'm about to oppose one with you because I have actually started myself or my challenge of 2020. For the past few years, I've been having these challenges that goes throughout the year. And so I've already received what I'm going to do for this coming year. So good morning, Felisa, Marvin, Sharon, Patricia, and Val. Welcome to the room. Good morning to you. And of course, topic today is intimate relationships and looking at what intimate relationships are to you, how you utilize them, what they are going to mean, and what they bring to you, right? So think for a moment of what intimate relationships are to you. And it doesn't have to be necessarily in a relationship per se, nothing exclusive or that line of intimacy. However, what I am referring to you as cultivating relationships that you have, especially in the social media circuit. That's what I'm referring to, because a lot of us have connected due to business. You know, it started out as family and friends. However, it ends up to where you start getting all of these connections. They're coming constantly, no matter how or why, but you end up with all of these connections. And I know there are a number of relationships that I have gained over the past several years in the social media space, and looking at it for what it is, I'm going to cultivate those relationships. And it's a lot of individuals like in the room right now that I see so many names of individuals that I have connect with since on Facebook. Then there's some LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform that you're on. However, have you ever stopped for a moment to say, well, what am I going to do with these relationships? Are they just numbers? Is it just increasing just to say I have thousands of friends or connections in social media world? Or do you genuinely care about those connections or want to do something with those relationships? That's what I'm referring to today, and opposing a challenge for you to consider for 2020, because I've already leaped into it myself. Having here on Facebook, I know it's probably 6,000, almost 7,000 friends within the different pages that I have. So in collaboration of those, I have every intention of reaching out to each and every one of you and having at least a 10-15 minute conversation with each of you, because it's not doing me any good to have you as a connection and not know anything about you. Relationships are for purpose, and what are you going to utilize yours for? And you know, if you've noticed, my challenge for this year of 2019 is that I've been posting every single weekday of my gratitude times. It's always something that I've done in private. However, for this past year, I've taken initiative and, you know, been led to write them out and share them. So at the end of the year, guess what? I have all of them put together, and I've completed a book just by writing one post every day, every weekday, that is. So a book is finished just that quickly, just 365 days of a year, but just taking weekdays and sharing what I'm grateful for. Something as simple as that, because that is a part of cultivation, that's a part of growing, that's a part of being someone new who you are becoming every single day simply by being grateful. So I'm taking that information, compiling it into a book. So that's why when I say connect the dots, look at what it is that you are passionate about and oppose a challenge. It doesn't have to be this particular challenge that I'm extending invitation to you to participate in, but it's always great to connect with your connections. Know who they are intimately. What do you do for a living? Are you married? Do you have children? All of the questions that you would ask someone that you would meet face to face. Why not reach out to those individuals and know them a little bit better, because you're also getting to know yourself better by engaging, because you're changing every day. So why not share your changes and your growth with individuals as well? You may not always post on your timeline the things that you're experiencing, things that you are desiring. You don't know who you have met and already a connection that's on your page. So that's what I'm asking. Reach out to however many numbers of individuals you connect with, whether it's family and friends, because we get so comfortable in our posts of timelines, and you can communicate there. However, do you sincerely know how this individual's doing? Do you know? So that's why it's important for me to say every sparrow that's on my page connected to me, however you're connected to me, whichever space that you're in, because I have a lot of work to do. That's why I've actually started already. So I figure it will be some juice to soar you today to bring you in on it, because we are in the last quarter of 2019. So 2020 will be here before you know it. So how are you going to challenge yourself for the new year? Hi, Diane. Hi, Brenda Richard. So that's what I'm saying. At the end of this broadcast, I am going to put my link of my calendar in the timeline. I'm going to drop it in there, and I'm going to say you go over and set aside a time of under vibe call. It's only 15 minutes. Either you reach out to me or I'm going to reach out to you. Trust and believe. I have a list of each and every one of you who are connected to me, and my goal is to have a conversation with each and every one of you by the end of 2020. So I'm just going ahead and letting you know up front, in advance, this is what I'm going to do. Because if you're going to be connected to me, I need to know more about you. I need to know who it is that have friended me, what we may have in common, how I could possibly help you. It's a point to the connection. Like I said, whether it's family or friends. Now on Friday, on my gratitude time, that's where the title of today's topic came from, intimate relationships. And that's what I was grateful for. My gratefulness was for the friends that I've made, the friends that I've had, and the friends that are going to be coming in the future. I've always been curious to know what purpose is in life and the connections that I've had past and present. Of course, I'm a writer. I write. So the way I write is memoir style, because I talk about things that are relative and present, our life situations. Those things are absolutely amazing. So when you can document your life, you're leaving a mark on the world when it's time to go, when your time expires. So I can say that every person on my timeline connected as a friend, I can have had a conversation with you. Because it's not always feasible to meet you in person. There may be times when our paths cross, because if we're in different cities and states and countries, that's how wonderful the World Wide Web is. You can have friends all over the world, but are you physically going to meet them? It's easy to do. It's really easy to do if we take initiative to cultivate the relationships. Just to give you a little insight of what I wrote for gratitude time on Friday, I'm going to read just a portion of it, just so you have an idea. If you want to read the entire article, because I write them every single day on my LinkedIn platform, and I just share it over to Twitter and here on Facebook. So that's something that I'm committed to doing every day, because it's something I've always done in private, like I said. But to be grateful for something every single day and pausing. My time is 2 o'clock. That's my gratitude time. That's me and my God. I stop and show gratitude. Not as if I don't do it all day. From the moment I wake up, I show and express gratitude. However, I intentionally stop at 2 p.m. as my time with Him to say thank you and reset if I need to reset. You never know. You could be having not so good of a day. To me, that's when I pause and I just go ahead and hit that reset button at 2 o'clock and whenever I need it. So looking at that for what it is, I want you all to know I am very grateful to be connected with you for whatever that reason is. Once we have a conversation, then it'll probably much more clear as to why we are connected. And don't think for a moment whenever a request comes to me before I accept it, I look on your timeline. I see what's going on with you before I accept or not. So if you're on my timeline, I thought you were a great enough person to be connected with me, because I'm very, very protective of who I associate with, and I have my reasons why for that. But like I said, on Friday, I'm going to give you just a little bit of what I wrote, and then if you want to read the rest of the article, by all means, go on Friday. It's just like a little row of sparrows. Anytime you see those sparrows that pop up on my timeline, that's what it is. It's an article that I've written, and I'm sharing what my gratitude is for that particular day. So I said, Dear Sparrow, I value my relationships I am privy to have, those present, past, and those to come. However, I am most grateful for my intimate relationships, as they are essentially vital in my life. In all honesty, for me, it's impossible to have intimate relationships unless you take the time to cultivate them. Taking the initiative to get to know the individual or individuals, get to know someone else, get to know someone opposite of yourself. So when you choose to get to know someone else, that's a gift within itself. And not a gift for them, it's actually a gift for you, because you're going to learn something that you didn't know. And I love having that moment when I say, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. Thank you for sharing it, because it's a beautiful thing when you can actually align and connect with those people that you are connected to every single day. So why not take it a step further and bridge it with a phone call? You don't have to use your personal phone per se. You have a messenger. Use that. A lot of times, especially in this space, I use Messenger. It's the phone there, and this video. I'm one of those people. Of course, I'm talking to you on video right now. So video, I love. I love video calls and things like that, because not only are we having conversation and dialogue, I get to actually see you also. So I'm just saying, I'm going to put my link to my calendar that's on my business page, The Valerie Miller. Kind of just go over there. Click on Vibe Call, schedule 15 minutes. And when you schedule that 15 minutes, leave your information. I'm going to call you at that time. Put your phone number in if you want it to be a phone call. If you're out of the country, now there's quite a few of you that I talk to out of the country, that is definitely going to be a messenger call. That's going to be. So that is my juice that I'm serving you today. Take initiative to get to know the people that's already in your life, because there's purpose behind it. That's what I'm serving y'all. That's it, and that is all. So if you want to join in for that 2020, It's nothing that you have to do. Just do it. It's just something like a pinky promise between me and you. It's a pinky promise. You commit to it and simply do it. Just do it. You only serve to gain from getting better acquainted with the people that you are connected with every single day. We spend so much time on social media. For me, it's business. I use it for my business more so. So when you see me on, this is work for me. It's work. So when I can utilize my work and, marry my personals along with that, you can't get anything greater. That's living in freedom every day. It sincerely is. So that's all I have. That's it. I have served you your juice. So you can either sip it or you can gulp it as long as you ingest it. Just a little seed for thought to consider throughout your day. Anything you can do to make your life greater or make someone else's life greater, why not do that? Why not? It's always been a quest of mine. And this is going to be so much fun to know that I have over 6,000 friends just on this platform alone. Just this one. And it's double that on LinkedIn. There's some building to do on Instagram and Twitter. However, I'm not on there as much. However, this particular platform, Facebook and Instagram, not Instagram, LinkedIn, that's where I am 90% of the time. That's where my business is conducted. So it's not all business, it's pleasure as well, because I have met so many friends in these types of platforms that have become very dear friends. And that's why I utilize the title Intimate Relationships, because they become more than what they started out as. And that's the juice. That's all I have. So on that note, love without conditions, always possess a positive attitude, and soar in all you do. I love you, mean it. Smooches.